We're making crispy, savory sweet potato wedges in the air fryer. They're tossed in a flavorful blend of oil and seasonings, then air fried or baked to perfection. They're crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. To make these really easy sweet potatoes, we're going to start with a sweet potato, and you can use any variety that you like. But it does work best if you choose sweet potatoes that are kind of long and slender and have a fairly consistent width. So we're going to start by peeling our sweet potato, and then you can decide how long or short you'd like your sweet potato wedges to be. I like to make mine about the length of my fingers, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this sweet potato in half. And then I'll go ahead and cut it in half again. And then to create the wedges, I'm going to first just make a really slender little slice to give me a flat edge to begin with. And then I'll go ahead and slice them about 1/4 of an inch thick. And you'll just want to be consistent so that they cook evenly. And then we have these really nice little uniform wedges. And then we'll repeat for the rest of our sweet potato. Now, some recipes will have you just drizzle the oil and seasonings over the sweet potatoes, but I find that that doesn't really coat them as evenly. So I like to first put the oil and seasonings into a bowl and then toss the sweet potatoes in it so that they are evenly coated. So I'm going to start by adding 2 tablespoons of either some light olive oil or some avocado oil to my bowl. And then for some real easy seasonings, we're going to start with 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, and just a few dashes of pepper. And I'll go ahead and just mix this up in my bowl. But of course, you could customize these spices however you like. Then I'm going to take all my sweet potato wedges and just drop them right into a bowl. And then with a spatula, I'll just go ahead and toss them until they're all evenly coated. I love how the beautiful red of the paprika just helps to bring out the natural orange in the sweet potatoes. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. Next, we'll put the wedges into our air fryer, and it's very important that you do not preheat your basket or else it will be too hot for you to place them inside. So I'm just going to dump these into my basket. And then to make sure that they cook evenly, you'll want to spread them out so that they are all in a single layer. And then you'll want to make sure they have a little bit of space around them so that they cook evenly. Well, now they're ready to go into our air fryer at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And then halfway through, you'll want to take them out, flip them over, and then put them back in for the remaining time. But you will want to keep an eye on them for about the last few minutes to make sure they don't burn. So this is going into my air fryer for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. All right, our basket just beeped at us, which means it's the halfway point. So I'm going to take this out. Ooh, and you can see how they're already starting to get nice and toasty on the edges. What we want to do is take some tongs, because they're going to be very hot, and we want to go through and flip each one over. Now, I know this might seem a little bit tedious, but I promise it will be worth it when we have nice and evenly toasted sweet potatoes. Now, the ones on the edges do get a little more toasty than the ones in the middle, so I've got a thinner one here. So I'm actually going to move it to the middle and then swap it with a thicker one so that they will toast evenly. Now these are ready to go back into the air fryer for the remaining 7.5 minutes, but I will start checking on them when they have about 2 minutes left just to make sure they don't get overcooked. Well, the air fryer just went off and these look perfect. I'll go ahead and empty these onto my board. And then you'll want to let these cool on your counter for a few minutes before you eat one. I'm going to blow on it and see if I can speed it up. And then you can eat them plain or dip them in your favorite sauce. That tastes so good. That is crispy and flavorful on the outside and just soft and smooth on the inside. The seasonings just give it a delicious amount of flavor, and it's the perfect balance to the natural sweetness of the sweet potato. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I've included a link to this full recipe and it's in the video description below. And that takes you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.